I'd like to kind of start it off with one of the topics about, something that's high profile with the Olympics. And we had a couple of very interesting stories about what happens in terms of trying to make sure and ensure the quality of distribution. So, Wes, you have some stories about the latest Sochi Olympics.
Yeah, that was quite an exciting opportunity for Hibernia in the latest Olympics, but more for the countries that were participating and for them to be able to work together and the broadcasters to work together. And that's I think the most important thing in the entire business that we work on, and that people, even though they're competitors for viewers and such like that, but their goal is at the end of the day to get the product to the customers. The ultimate sports right is the Olympics, regardless of which country is participating. And this last Olympics, we were fortunate in the gold medal hockey match to have services for Canada and the services for Sweden coming over our network, and we had an agreement between Canada and Sweden that they would work together, and we send backup feeds back and forth between the two of them. And the morning, 4:30 in the morning Eastern time, that CBC in Canada was sitting there and they were watching the feed come from Sweden as a backup feed, and it was in Swedish. So they were, call up the guy at Sochi, the Swedish guy in Sochi. And so Mikael goes over to Michael, and they're just like, no way. Sorry, you're going to have to watch the Swedish hockey game in Swedish, even though the Canadians are playing. But the exciting part about it was NBC, when we called them, NBC said, sure, we'll send you the English as a fourth backup. Now, you're thinking about this, that was the ideal day for anybody to commit a crime in Canada, because everybody was watching TV. And there's, for those of us that are Canadians, it's the sport. It's the day, it's the game. And so four backup feeds was not enough for CBC. And everybody was working together to help them. And having networks and having services, having capabilities, and having relationships with the customers is critical to be able to deliver that. And that's what our experience, my experience, our company's commitment, or everybody's that's in this business, is to deliver the service to the customer, not just the pipe, the bandwidth, but the service, because that's what they're looking for. They have this model of, we don't care if you do maintenance, and we don't care if you have problems, as long as it has nothing to do with when we're transmitting.